Howdy everyone, this is Tricia and welcome to my channel. Alright everyone, today I'm going to be making a honey citrus grilled chicken. I'm going to be using a chicken breast for this. Now I'm not following any specific recipe. This is just something that I decided to put together, but I will be putting the recipe that I'm going to create right now in front of you on the description box below. These are just some ingredients that I felt would go good together, and we're going to go ahead and grill this outdoors. We've got the grill going and ready for us, so let's go ahead and show you what the ingredients are going to be so we can go ahead and put this together. Alright, so the first ingredient that I have is going to be some limes. I've got 2 limes here, and I am going to be zesting these. So I've already grated one of them, and I've got a little bit of that zest down in this little pan. So I'll just do the second one, and then I'll cut them both in half, and then we'll use the lime of both juices. We're going to be using some honey, so just use your local honey that you like. And I'm going to be using some cumin, some pepper, some salt. I'm going to be using some paprika. Now these are going to be based on what your seasoning taste is going to be, but I pretty much have like a tablespoon, probably not a tablespoon, but a teaspoon and a half, probably a couple of teaspoons of the pepper, and the same in salt. I'm also going to be using this garlic chili sauce. Now if you don't care for anything too spicy like a chili sauce, you can just use some garlic that you can chop up and just use lots of it to flavor your food. Or if you prefer to use a garlic powder, go ahead and do that. I'm going to be using a Worcestershire sauce. I'm just using my store brand. And for another citrus, I'm going to be using some orange juice, and this one is orange juice that has a little bit of pulp in it. I would prefer that it had a lot of pulp, but my family doesn't really like too much of the pulp, so I'm just using a little bit of pulp in there. Okay, so like I said, the first thing I'm going to do is just grate the lime so that I can get the zest, and I've pretty much done that for this one, so I'm just going to do this for the other one. Cut them in half, and we're going to juice that into the same little bowl. Alright, I've zested the 2 limes, and now I'm going to use the juice of both of them into this little bowl here. Okay, so there is the juice in there, and I think I've got maybe a 1/4 cup, maybe 1/8 of a cup in here. I don't think it's quite a 1/4 cup. Get some of that zest in there, and I'm going to use the same amount of orange juice, so I'm just going to double that up. Now I said I have 3 chicken breasts, so if you have more than that, you might want to do a bit more than what I'm doing, or just adjust it to your taste. If you don't like too much of a lime taste, then I think two limes, the juice of 2 limes is enough for maybe 4 or even 6 chicken breasts. Okay, to that I'm going to add my cumin, pepper, I've got a little bit of cumin still in there, salt, get that in there. I'm also going to add some paprika, and I'm also going to add like about a teaspoon or so, a teaspoon and a half of that. I like a lot of flavor, and you probably can tell by the amounts here that I'm using. And I'm going to use some of this chili powder. I'm going to add 2 nice little teaspoon size bits in there, little dollops in there. Now for the honey, I want to add a bigger spoon. So that's about a tablespoon size. I want to add 2 tablespoons in there. 1. Any extra goes in there. That's perfectly fine. Okay, so now I'm going to put some Worcestershire, and you can just add whatever amount you like. I think I added a good maybe tablespoon in there. I'm going to taste this and decide if this is what I like. Nice and tangy. I think I want more honey in there, so I'm just going to pour just a tad more. Well, that's not really a tad. That's probably about almost another tablespoon of honey. Okay, I think that's good enough. Let's get our chicken breasts ready to put this yummy sauce on it. Alright, so I'm preparing my chicken breast, and what I'm doing is I'm looking to see if there's any bones, and there's a little bit right here. Any little bits of fat that I don't want, I'm also trimming that off. And by the way, I do have a plastic cutting board over my wood board to protect it. Alright, and I'm just going to cut off the little bits that I don't like. I can cook those separately for my dog or my cat. a little bit here that I don't want. There we go. Okay, now that I've cut off all the bits that I don't want off my chicken breast, I can go ahead and butterfly it if I prefer. You can do whatever you want to your chicken breast. If you want to use chicken breast with skin and bone in, go right ahead and use that. If you want to use some chicken thighs or even just some drumsticks, you can do that also. This would be great also for some fish. Be great on some tilapia. This particular citrus little bit that I made here, that could be used on maybe even some salmon. I'm just going to score it here where I feel like it's thicker bits of chicken, and then I can just put it aside and work on the other 2 chicken breasts that I have. As you can see, they're nice and big pieces. Okay, so I've taken some of my citrus sauce that I created in this little bowl, and I put some in this smaller bowl because I'm going to be brushing it onto the chicken, and I'm not going to use all of it. This one I'm actually going to cook it down with some brown sugar in a little pot to create a sort of a glaze that we want to put on after our chicken has been cooking on the grill. But first we want to use this little bit, so I've separated it so I don't contaminate it, like I said. And we're just going to take our brush and then just start brushing it onto our chicken on both sides. Now, if you prefer to put this into a plastic bag and then put your chicken in there, a little Ziploc bag, and then just marinate this maybe a couple of hours in your fridge, or maybe even overnight if you want to marinate your chicken or fish if you want. I would probably marinate the fish for a couple of hours only. Like chicken probably could be overnight. It would be nice. It will take a lot of the flavor. We're going to put this straight onto our grill. So I'm just putting it on here. And then we're going to take it to the grill outside. So I've got about a cup of this honey citrus sauce that I created. I'm putting this into a hot pot, and I'm going to add about a half a cup of brown sugar to that. And okay, so now I'm just going to stir this around so the brown sugar dissolves, and I'm going to let this simmer for about 5 to 7 minutes on low to medium heat until this sauce reduces a bit and gets a little bit thick with that brown sugar, so we create sort of a glaze, or like a barbecue sauce that we can put on our finished grilled chicken to give it even more flavor. Okay, and then we're just going to stir for a couple more minutes. It's been about 5 minutes, and it's gotten darker. As you can see in the bottom there, it's gotten a little bit darker, just a tiny bit thicker. It's not too thick. I didn't put too much sugar in there. Okay, just a couple more minutes and that will be done. Okay, everyone, here are 3 chicken breasts that I've butterflied and grilled with that honey citrus sauce that I created. And this is all ready to serve. We're going to put some more of the honey citrus sauce that I made with some brown sugar, and we're just going to pour this over. It's beautiful. Look at that. That looks so delicious. It smells even more incredible. We'll put some of that on top. We can serve it with some orange slices and some beautiful lemon wedges as well, so that we can have a nice serving platter. And this is ready for our family and ready to enjoy. So let's go ahead and have a taste of this. Look how beautiful that is. All right, everyone, this is my honey citrus grilled chicken breast that I have plated here. I just decided to serve it with some Spanish rice and some chowder beans. You, of course, can serve it any way you like. Let's take a little bite of this and see how this looks. There we go. There's the inside. That's how it looks right in there. I'm going to sop up a little bit of this little sauce that I've made. It's nice and citrusy. It's got a little bit of a kick with the garlic chili sauce that I used in there. And I can taste the sweetness of the brown sugar. I'm going to give myself a big old thumbs up. I hope that you too will give me a big old thumbs up. I hope that you enjoyed this, and leave a nice comment down below. Subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. And I want to thank everybody that I've reached 25,000 subscribers. So thank you all very, very much. I really do hope you enjoyed my recipe. Please subscribe if you haven't already done so. Share on your social medias, and don't forget to hit that little notification bell so that you will be notified when I put up videos, Tuesdays crafts, and Fridays recipes. And that's it. So I hope that you will also enjoy.